sack that fool. Hit him, 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 hit him. Smash him up, watch that move. Went too swift, can't catch these dudes. Hit him, 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 hit him. Listen, 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 hit him, listen. This Eagles talk high, this talk Eagles. Philly bleed green is from your people. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's beat the squad. Big Pat, Shell, and Dante, the dark job. Drop the stats on them, drop the facts on them. Spur game, baby, let's get it on.
Hey, fam, it's your man Dante, the Dark Knight. Welcome, pregame game day. Our Philadelphia Eagles take on the Cincinnati Bengals, and finally, this defense. Well, not finally, but it's been a while since this defense has gone up against a credible quarterback, a really good one at that, and that is a Joe Burrow. We'll be facing him and his dynamic duo of wide receivers today. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. I think they're both playing. I'm not sure. I don't have the inactives, and Pat is not yet here, but we'll catch up on that. But this defense is going to get a true test today. We've seen the past 2 weeks where they've faced some pretty inferior offenses, and they look how they're supposed to look, how we expect them to look, how we want them to look. When they face inferior offenses, they dominated, especially last week, dominated the Giants, and we get to see them against a more competent, a better quality quarterback and offense this week. So they'll be put to the test this week against those Cincinnati Bengals, and I'm up for the challenge. And it's easy for me to say that because I'm sitting in the seat at home. So, but I'm up for the challenge to see this defense go up against the Cincinnati Bengals. You guys out there, thank you for joining. The co-hosts are running a little bit behind, and that's all right. That's cool. I can hold it down, and you guys are holding it down with me because you guys are my co-hosts. And let me just start by first person in the room was Aunt Adrian Rankin, and he even announced that fact that he is first. So I'm gonna let him know that you are indeed the first person. He was on it as soon as it went live. I saw his comment pop up in the chat room. So congratulations to you, Adrian, for being the first person on Eagles Talk pregame. I'm sorry. And the second person was our old friend Christopher Burton. He says, "Good morning, Eagles fan. What's up, Steph? Steph, don't say what's up. Get your husband here. Why isn't your husband here on the screen? What's going on? You get up at 5 o'clock like I did, and you can be on here." So I know he works on Saturday nights. All right, that's understandable. So I'm trying to wait, but I'm not going to wait. I'm going to have to go into our regular routine, and they'll just catch up. So you are watching Eagles Talk, the pregame show. And this is the most unique pregame show, Eagles coverage show around that is by us Eagles fans, for us Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite our favorite football team, and that is the Philadelphia Eagles. We do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy ourselves. We really do. We just do what we want. We say what we want. We're not regulated. We're not run by the team. We don't have to bite our tongue for anything, and we don't have to curb our actions. This is the internet, so we can go all out. So we like to do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. I don't do the alcoholic beverages anymore. So my adult beverage today is going to be some coffee. I'm going to do some coffee, get hyped up. Finish waking up is waking up after you wake up. So you guys let me know what you are pre-gaming with. I hope that you are tailgating. This is the virtual tailgate of the Philadelphia Eagles. So let me know what you're tailgating with, what your shot is going to be as we do this. All right, so join me, my co-host that's on the line. Join me now as we do this in honor of our Philadelphia Eagles. So down the hatch, 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the First Quarter.
I wasn't loud enough, was it? Let me see. See if this is louder.
You're now listening to the First Quarter.
All right, that sounds a little better. All right, so our Philadelphia Eagles, man, are 4-2, just a half a game behind the Commanders, who's having a surprisingly good year thus far. and no one expected them to be leading the division at this point in time in the season. I did have them having a better year than most people predicted. I thought that Jaden Daniels would be better than advertised, and he's turning out to be that. But no one imagined they would be leading the division, which they are right now. But our Philadelphia Eagles can keep pace by putting up a win today over the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't think it's going to be anything that is easy. The Cincinnati Bengals, although their record doesn't is not ours, and I think that hold on, let me pull up. I don't have my my stats. Let me get up my stats, but I don't think, and you guys help me out there. I don't think that they are where they want to be, of course, but they are nothing to be, taken lightly. So they are 3-4, 3-4. Mm, we're 4-2, and they're trying to get back to 500. They're home. This is not going to be something easy. The Bengals are home, and we have not beaten them in a very long time. So this will be a good test for us. But the good thing is that they are 0-3 at home. They actually are winning on the road, 3-1 on the road, but they're 0-3 at home. Hopefully, we can keep them winless at home today. But they are definitely still in the battle. There's a lot of season left. They are only behind what, 2 games? They're only behind 2 games, and they are on a 2-game winning streak. So they're going to try to continue their winning ways today against us. We're going to go in and we're going to try to stop this streak and continue our winning ways, because we definitely have to keep pace with the Commanders, even with there being a lot of season. We don't want to get too far behind. The Commanders are not playing a very tough schedule this year because they didn't have a great year last year. So they're playing sort of a weak schedule, but our stretch of games coming up are not, not they're not against any juggernauts. So we have a chance to put a winning streak up ourselves, and it's going to continue here today against the Cincinnati Bengals. Welcome, welcome. Nichelle is in the house. How are you? Do you have the inactives? Does anybody have the inactives?
I actually do. I was going to type them up
Oh,
in the
okay, on the
chat
thing.
first.
All
So
right, cool.
let's keep talking before we do that, okay?
All right, okay. So we'll find out who's active, who's not. I'm active. That's not all that matters.
And
I'm
I'm active.
active. I'm active, and we are looking to continue our winning ways. Like I said, it's not going to be something easy. This defense is going to have a good test today. We haven't played a solid quarterback in quite a few weeks, not since we faced that Baker Mayfield. And I don't know if I consider him a top-notch quarterback, but he just looks like one when he plays against us. So this is our first test since our defense has been playing lights out. So I can't wait to see them go up against Joe Burrow and see how they dial up the pressure and how they get at it. We talked about some of the great things they did on Thursday in the secondary and getting pressure on Daniel Jones, but this is not Daniel Jones, and these receivers are not of the quality that the Giants have. These are top-notch receivers, and we'll see just how Q and the young guys do against this receiving core. I can't wait because I got my money on our young guys. I do. Uh, DeJean, since he's come in, has been spectacular. Quinyon has been spectacular since the beginning of the season, and I don't see that falling off. He's a player, and I think that in a very short period of time, we're going to be talking about him as one of the league's best top echelon quarterbacks. I mean cornerbacks. I'm sorry, and that's a great thing. We haven't seen that in a very very long time. Slay is still performing at a high level, although I don't know if he'll have a job next season, but he still has his job this season, and that's good. So we got DeJean, Slay, and Quinyon back there. I think that we're going to match up well, and we're going to do some damage. If we can get some pressure on Joe Burrow, get him off his spot, make him a little antsy back there. I think we have a good chance of pulling off this win, but it is not going to be given to us. It's going to be something that we definitely going to have to go out there and earn as we have the last 2 weeks. As we have the last 2 weeks.
So you ready for the inactives? Oh, nice cup. I see you with your Noop cup.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm ready.
All
Lay it.
right. Lay it on you. So first up for the Bengals in week 8, we have Dejon Anthony, safety, T. Higgins, wide receiver. That's kind of a big deal for them because he's
Mm.
pretty productive. Cedric Johnson, defensive end, Tanner McLaughlin, tight end, and Jay Tuafele, defensive tackle.
Oh, so just like that, T. Higgins is not there. So we are not going to be facing the dynamic duo of Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. So that's in our favor. That's good.
Yes,
I was looking forward to the test, but hey, I just want to pass the test. I don't need it to
right?
be a tough test.
Nope, nope. Nobody said it couldn't be open book.
Right, right. I'll take that. So any inactives for our Philadelphia Eagles?
Yes, so let's move on to the Eagles inactives for week 8 versus the Bengals. We have Dallas Goddard, which we all know is tight end. Eli Ricks is inactive as cornerback. Tanner McKee, our third string quarterback. Makai Becton, our guard slash tackle, and Trevor Keegan. So we have some O line inactives, Dallas Goddard, and only one defensive inactive.
Oh, that's good. All right. Yeah, Becton is out. Kind of hate to see him down. Big guy's been playing good at
Big
tack. I mean at
guy.
guard, man. He's a
He's
huge guy.
massive.
I,
Massive. Listen. I wouldn't want to line up. He's 6'8".
I know, I know.
Sheesh.
And you know what? How good of a job he must be doing to come in and supplant Tyler Steen, and besides that, 6'8" at a guard is really big, really big. I mean, like I don't know how we don't look at that. Jalen can't see the receivers sometimes. When you talk about who he's missing, when you got a 6'8" dude standing in front of you, you might not be able to see
The
the damn
receivers
receiver.
don't even see where the ball's at when they're out in the field because the 6'8" dude is blocking everything.
They just see a football firing from behind the line. They don't see where it's coming from. They just you try to track a football when you don't see the arm that is releasing the football. It's just shooting out a cannon somewhere.
Right.
But
We don't think
yeah,
about those things, Dante. Actually, the height differences. You know what I mean? It's why the short running backs, we could just say short,
yeah,
but they always say they call them low center of gravity. No, they're short and nobody sees them coming through the holes because they're all the way down here and everybody else is up here. That's why they can have
fact,
some of those explosive runs. You
fact.
either got to be, have a lot of brawn to break through tackles, but when you're one of the little guys, they don't even see you till it's too
Fact.
late.
Uh-huh.
What up,
That's
Pat?
that is
I
true.
just
Yo,
did
Pat.
your inactives. I'm sorry, but
it's all good. It had to be done. And seeing that T Higgins is out is it takes a burden off of this defensive backfield. It puts it all on Jamar Chase and the rest of that Bengals offense because those two together literally are the best tandem in football. Devontae, we talk about Devontae and AJ Brown being the best tandem in football, but T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, their experience, their ability to go get the ball and their route running, their speed together, combined with a quarterback like Joe Burrow, it makes it very difficult on opposing defenses. But T. Higgins being out makes it a little bit easier for our defense secondary to focus on what they need to get this game, this W today.
Yeah, that's great because I was just in the opening before I learned that T. Higgins was out. I was saying that this is a great test for the defense playing at the level they've been playing the past few weeks,
Yeah.
and I was looking forward to the challenge. But hey, I will take T. Higgins being out. I don't need I don't need the test to be hard. Open book test today. We get an open book test.
So I don't need that
So
stress.
So I will take that. So it's up to us to take advantage of that. All right. So they don't have the dynamic duo. So it's really up to us to take advantage because it doesn't mean anything. I mean, it means something to us, but it doesn't mean anything if they don't go out and do what they're supposed to do and take advantage of the fact that Joe Burrow is not going to have his top two weapons out there. We've got to take advantage. It's not meaning that the Cincinnati Bengals are going to roll over and die and not try. So it's our advantage, but we have to take advantage of it.
that's right.
Yeah, they still have some burners on his side. Jermaine
So,
Burton. Um, they they got some guys that makes this offense go. But Joe Burrow is the linchpin for that offense. Their defense, I mean, their defense is terrible. If they don't get after the quarterback, then you put up points. So that offense is the catalyst for the Cincinnati Bengals. Trey Hickerson, their defensive end, man, he is a freaking monster.
mhm.
Trey Henderson, I'm sorry. So if we can block him up, I believe we should be good. But if we can't block him up, it's gonna be a long day. He reminds me of TJ Watt. That's how impressive he is coming around that
Wow.
edge. And he's very dynamic. He's a superstar in the making right now.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, that's all right because we got Crosby. Oh,
Listen,
we
and
don't
our
have him yet.
defense is just
Did
way.
we get Crosby? Wait a minute, what?
No, they didn't announce it yet. No, that's a lie. That's
Oh,
not-
don't let
He's not.
Dante hype you up and
He's
take
not.
your focus, Pat. But if you want to run the numbers after week 7, the Eagles ranked 9th. Their defense is 9th in the league.
Mm.
Okay, so
That's
we
true.
still got a top 10 defense. You want to know where the Bengals are? 23rd.
Yes. So
Okay,
and you know where our offense
23rd.
is after the first two drives. They have. Man, numbers are crazy today.
They
They track everything. So here it is. Here's the breakdown of these numbers. Our offense, when you include, during the first two drives of the game, we have the 32nd ranked offense.
Mm-hmm.
Going by the first two drives of the game, 32nd ranked offense. After the first two drives of the game, our offense is ranked second in the league. You know what I'm saying? After the first two drives of the game, our offense is ranked second. That's incredible. Now, if we could just start a little earlier, right?
Yes, we would
just start a
be in
little
the top
earlier.
3 of offenses.
Yes, that's crazy, but that's the way it's going. And it's we talked about it. It's not. I talked about Russ Tucker.
Russ
What's
Tucker.
his name? Ross Tucker. Yeah,
Mhm.
Ross Tucker and his philosophy or explanation of philosophy
Or
is
are you talking about Baldy's breakdowns?
oh no, not Baldy. It's Tucker.
Okay.
Yeah, he talks about. He said, those first 15 plays scripted can either be to attack the defense and put points on the board, but another philosophy is to get some formations and see what the defense is in, and then afterwards, all right, how we're going to attack it.
Mhm.
So it may be the strategy of Kellen Moore. I don't know. I just know that the first two drives look so foreign to the rest of the game after those first two drives. I can't explain it any other way except that maybe they're doing it on purpose. Maybe they're just running out formations to see what the defense is in and then attacking it accordingly after they, kind of get a feel. All right, this is what the defense, this is what they're doing. All right, we're going to do this.
Mhm.
So that's the
So
only
you,
way I can explain how they are second after the first two drives.
Yeah,
that's
and let me
crazy.
break down total offensive stats and where we rank totally. Baltimore's 1, Detroit, San Fran, Washington, Tampa Bay, Green Bay, Atlanta, Seattle, then Philly, and then Kansas City. So
Mm.
we're even above, even though Kansas City's undefeated. And as we mentioned before, Pat Mahomes, he's undefeated, but he's still having his own struggles. We're even above Kansas City in total offensive production at this stage in a game this year. So we need to stop thinking doom and gloom because the stats don't say that. We still contenders, real
Yes, yeah.
contenders, and we are still a force to be reckoned with.
Definitely. I think we're starting to gel at the right time. Like you said, Nichelle, that looks actually refreshing.
Listen, it's
Oh,
a whiskey sour in a
oh wow,
can.
and it can.
It's called cut water, y'all. Delicious.
All right,
Delicious.
Cutwater. I think I had their whiskey before. They're from AC, right?
I don't know. I
I
don't
think
know.
so.
It's just great. This
It
is
looks good. We talking about drinking. We should talking about the game.
That's what we do. That's
It's
what we
what we
do.
Listen, man, the night I had. But anyway, I think it's true, Dante, and the show. I think the first 15 plays for this offense it's just a filler to get out what this defense is trying to put together. I mean, to feel what the defense is trying to do against this offense, right? The first 15 plays are just like throwing a bait out there to see what they can do and cannot do. Then they go right into the meat and potatoes of the actual offense, which is basically just running the ball, giving the ball to your best guy on the field. I mean, we talk about A.J. Brown being the best guy on the field, Devontae Smith, but Saquon Barkley is the best guy on the field. A.J. Brown is just that compliment of having, if A.J. Brown is the Dark Knight, then Saquon is Superman. That ability that he has is tremendous. Like, it's crazy what he can do and what it does for the defense. Because now you got A.J. Brown one-on-one in one-on-one coverage because they got to bring the safety down. He had 13 targets for 15 catches for 15 targets, 15 catches for 354 yards and 3 touchdowns in one-on-one coverage. Like he's on a monster pace. And if we keep feeding Saquon like we do, man, listen, these receivers are gonna be wide open.
Are they? Are they? And that's the name of the game, like you said, Pat, is gelling. People keep thinking that when changes come, that they're supposed to see them gel immediately game one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we might have gelled sooner if we didn't have AJ out.
Right, AJ and Devontae for
and
one game.
Devontae, if we had the same OC from last season, I would expect them to gel sooner. But those things didn't happen, and you have to account for the challenges, the hurdles, the injuries, coaching changes. You have to account for all of that, position changes, talent getting hurt, talent stepping up that you didn't know you had, and some of these young cats on the defense. So it's always an evolution. Football teams are works in progress week by week by week. And people think that the end progress should be there immediately come week one, and you're going to get the same thing. Well, people aren't going to play us the same week by week, And we can practice all you want. I was having this discussion before the game. We practice for things, but it doesn't matter until we're actually in the game to see if those things we practice are going to work. And they don't always work.
They don't.
No, and then
that's
the biggest
what in-game adjustments come in. That's where the coaching comes in. It's not so much everybody prepares hard during the week. I believe hands down, our team always prepares hard. It's actually in game. How do we prepare for the things that we didn't see on film, for the scenarios we didn't see or didn't expect? That's the key. Is how do we make adjustments? Not just the coaches, but also the players. How are they going back to the sideline saying, "Coach, I'm seeing this, and we didn't see this on the film." A lot of communication has to happen between the defensive players, calling out the plays, calling out, when they see a play that they could tee off on, and the offensive players, between Jalen and his O-line, calling out the blitz, letting people know, make sure you pick them up, and being in position.
Definitely.
Yeah, and even the bigger elephant in the room is that, we have 2 new coordinators. I mean, like, you can't discount that. That's 2 years in a row we had a overhaul of coordinators, and the time that it takes for the coordinators to get on the same page with their units is not something that happens instantaneously. It doesn't. This whole defensive unit was learning a new scheme. This whole offensive unit is learning a new scheme. It might be some of the same principles and stuff like that, but there's a new person calling the plays, so that takes some time. Also, I give them like week 7, week 8 is when I would like to see them all on the same page or closer to being on the same page than week 1 or 2. That that's just not realistic thinking to think that they were going to come out of the box, be able to gel that early in the season with 2 new coordinators. Last year we were saying that with 2 new coordinators, and those coordinators sucked. Now, how much, I'm saying, like, what I mean? Like, you got to give these guys a
Tell me how you feel,
learn
Dark
their
Knight.
unit.
Say it with your chest.
Right. They suck. Oh, my God. But, you're seeing it now on both sides of the ball. You're seeing especially Fangio and the things that he's dialing up with the defense. You're seeing them play faster. You're seeing them put more pressure on the quarterback, even without a bona fide pass rusher on the defense in the front seven, right? He's still
Mhm.
dialing up schemes to get pressure or to produce sacks, and that's a product of him learning his unit, learning his guys, and scheming up for these guys. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to do today against a better quarterback, one of the top quarterbacks in the league. And prior to learning that T. Higgins is not playing, I was going to say one of the top duos in the league also. But T's not going to be there. So it's still, Joe Burrow is still deadly with what he can do, and he's still deadly with Jamar Chase. But I just don't now. I'm not scared because I love Q. I love Q against any number one in the league, and he's just a rookie, and I like him against any top receiver in the league. He's shut down. He's been shutting down receivers each week. He's come up against someone.
Yeah, I
Talking smack.
wasn't
I
scared.
love the game against the Tampa Bay when he was talking smack to Mike Evans. That was classic.
Yeah, yeah. I wasn't scared to begin with. I'm not scared of tough opponents. They wanted us to be scared of New Orleans. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
the NFL. There's no team that we should be afraid of, and I don't think the players are scared of any team because they know they have the talent to hang with any team in the league. It's really on the execution and being on the same page and gelling. There's no reason for us to ever be scared any week going into a game
You scared to
unless
get a dog? Go get a dog if you're scared.
right. Exactly. You know what I mean? I wasn't even scared when AJ and Devontae was out. You feel me?
Yeah, no, I wasn't either
You know what
until
I mean? I have that much trust and belief in the talent on this team. It's really just getting all of those pieces to work together. Y'all want to change over to the quarter here? Yeah,
yeah.
I
Let's
heard
end the
the bell
quarter.
ring a few minutes ago.
All right. So you guys are watching. Oh, let me end it first.
You coming
And
back on
that's
camera,
the
Dante?
end of the quarter.
Right. All right. So that's the end of the first quarter. You guys are watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coming show around. That's by us Eagles fans, for us Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, that is the Philadelphia Eagles. We do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. I'm doing the coffee. Pat, what are you doing?
I'm doing iced tea.
Pat had a rough one.
Yeah, I had a night.
Yeah, what she's doing. A very refreshing drink in a can too, so that's good. I mean,
Cut
that's
water.
something to. All right, I can't see that. So, but anyway, go ahead. All right, so you guys let me know in the chat room what you guys are doing, and let's do this for our Philadelphia Eagles. Down the hatch, 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the second quarter.
All right, second quarter. I think that we should bode well against the Cincinnati Bengals defense, right? That's just the bottom line. We
Hmm.
read off the stats where they are on defense in the 20s, I believe, 23rd, if I'm not mistaken, 23rd ranked defense. We are a top 10 offense. We have been put up 28 points last week, and that was with taking our starters out. We probably could have put up more, but we gave them a break. Gave him a break. Called off the Hounds. Saquon said he was finished, tired of punishing his old team, and he sat down. He could have had probably another touchdown or two. Definitely would have got that record had he stayed in the game. But so this offense is starting to click. We have a defense that we're facing is not one of the better defenses in the league. So I am confident that we should put up some points today.
Yeah, I do think we will put up points today. The Cincinnati Bengals defense is not what you said. They're 20th something, right? They allow the Giants to score a touchdown, and watching that Giants offense in person, they look trash. That Giants offense looks trash.
Yeah,
They allowed the Browns to put up 14 points. They barely put up 17 points against the Giants. So without T. Higgins in that game, with our primary focus is going to be on Jamar Chase, I think we have the formula to really blow this game wide open. It all hinges on our offense being that dominant offense we've seen, rolling over what they had last week, doing what they did last week, and just continue that rollover into this game. Don't let these guys turn this into a game. I know it's been 24 years since we actually beat Cincinnati. Don't make it 25.
Right. I
Right.
feel you,
Can
man.
we repeat that? Can we repeat the stats that we just told y'all? We have a top 10 offense and we have a top 10 defense.
Yes.
Say that 10 times.
Yes. Everybody, yeah.
Top 10.
Everybody take a moment and
Take
let
a
that
pause,
sink in.
take a breath.
Let
We
that
have a
sink
top
in.
10 offense and a top 10 defense. And we keep moving up each week.
And we
You
keep
know the
moving
crazy
up.
thing is, you look at this for what it is, right? Joe Burrow is one of the top echelon quarterbacks in the league, right? He's not really talked about a lot. He's not talked about like a Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes, but he is one of the top tier quarterbacks in the league. And since they went to the Super Bowl, after that, he has been a very piss poor quarterback. Let's be honest, especially when he doesn't have his weapons. Oh, look at that heart! When he doesn't have that weapon, with those weapons, he's not a very dynamic quarterback. Same thing when we went through when we had Jalen Hurts. When we played the Bucks, we were hoping for a W. Just be simple, keep it simple, stupid, right, and just win the game. So what they're going to do in Cincinnati is trying to keep it simple and try to hit big plays with Jamar Chase. As long as we got our safety over top, as long as we have Q playing Jamar Chase, I believe in this defense. Cooper DeJean is doing an excellent job in that slot position, being unpredictable. When I say unpredictable, you don't know if he's blitzing, you don't know if he's coming up for the run fit, and he's playing the actual nickel position, which is the starting position in the NFL, very, very well at a very high level that you would never expect from a rookie.
All right, Christopher, you know what? That's personal to me. I'm down here. I spend a lot of time on DSU. I got affiliations with them. That's like my adopted school. So don't be bragging here
Getting
because y'all put
upset.
a Mac down on DSU. First of all, that's not a hard thing to do. I'm sorry to say. It's not a hard thing to do to put the smack down, but to rub it in, don't do that. All right. Let me see. Let me go to some comments here.
Yeah. And let me break that out. Can you put up the comment? Here's Wayne.
Right.
We haven't beaten them since Christmas Eve 2000. Let me break down that stat.
Wow.
He's right. That was the last win, but the last time we played them was 2020, and it wasn't a loss. It was a tie.
Yeah, we can't tie these
All right.
games.
Okay.
So we've only since 1971, we've only played the Bengals every 3 to 6 years. So
Mhm.
we've only played them 14 times since 1971. So we
Wow.
don't have a lot of stats with them. And so yes, during the 70s and the 80s, they were running the tables on us. But come the 90s, we between 91 and 2000, we won all those games except one, and it was only 4
Mhm.
in that 12-year time span. And the game we lost, we only lost by a field goal. We lost again in 05. We tied in 08. We took it L in 12, 16, and 2020. We at home.
Yeah,
So
we can't tie them again. We can't.
No, we need a
played
dub,
them a
man.
lot, and they beat us a lot in the 70s and the 80s.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the 90s on up, we're more kind of even keel with them. You know what I mean? We have 3 wins, and they have 4 wins, and we have 2 ties. So that's kind of a 50-50 split if you look at everything starting in 1991.
Hold on, Rachel up here. She drinking black coffee because it's 11:30.
Yeah, she's an
Rachel,
hour
there ain't no
behind us.
damn excuse for not drinking. What's wrong with you? Like it's
You ain't
only
going
11.
to Rachel like
Pat,
that.
you know I'm not doing. I'm out of my glory days. But Pat, would you tell her it ain't no damn? It's
Listen,
11:30. That don't mean nothing.
it's no happy hour somewhere.
It's happy hour somewhere.
Man, you was down at the stadium. They be drinking since
Unless
5
you at
o'clock in the
church,
morning.
because I'm not a proponent of having alcohol on your breath while you're sitting in the in the pew. Do not do that. I don't think that is proper etiquette for going to church. So if you're going to church, I get it. All right, don't do that. Because I've been to church and smell alcohol on some people's breath and like, yo, how you do that?
Mhm.
How do you
Well, they
do
come
that?
straight from the club to get their blessings and say, you know what, I sinned last night.
Yeah, I said
I
last
need
night I
some
need to be up in this
forgiveness.
place.
Yes, T Higgins is not active today. You see,
Oh
Higgins is
man,
not
that's
Yeah,
active.
a lot of
crazy.
people are coming off their homecoming, and my homecoming was last weekend, at Temple,
Oh,
and
what's it? My man was
y'all on
doing
some.
there. How was it?
It was great. Oh, we had a ball, and we won.
Oh yeah, wow, okay. Yeah, my frat brother went to Temple. And he was talking about going there. I didn't know it was
Oh
last
yeah.
weekend.
Oh, the first of all, the tailgate for the D9 was crazy.
Yeah,
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 everybody showed out. The Alphas had a big showing. Y'all had a big showing. It was great. It was great.
dang, I
Well,
said,
well,
oh
shout out to
man,
Penn State. You know, they had the bar, which is the Black Alumni reunion this weekend, and also there was a rally up there. It
oh
was
yeah,
crazy. So, shout out to everybody having a good time and doing their thing. Shout out to all the teams that won yesterday. But now it's our Philadelphia Eagles. It's time to get this W.
yeah, no doubt. It is the time to do that. Rachel says, well, no, what's that? Nichelle fact checking like she on CNN. Yeah,
She
she
pulled up.
is in full campaign mode right there, and it's carrying over into the show here.
Definitely
Facts
is.
over feelings, y'all.
Facts
Facts over
over
feelings.
feelings.
FOF.
That's right. FOF. Or you might FA and FO.
Oh. Oh man.
Oh, look, Shell says, oh, Shell, what's going on, Shell?
Hey,
Shell says, hey,
Shell.
family, all we need to do is run the ball, slow the game down, and our defense needs to get to the quarterback.
Right.
Yep, that's all we need to do
Hey,
every game. You know
wait a
what I'm
minute,
saying?
Dark Knight. We need applause for Shell. You got applause for Shell?
Yeah, I can give him applause.
You wanna know why?
Why?
Because his comment is not in all caps. The whole comment is actually
I know.
structured
I know,
properly.
right? That's
Shell, are
crazy.
you having somebody else type your
I
words?
know. This ain't
It's
even
growth.
Shell.
You better give him his props. It's growth. Give him his
It is.
flowers.
He
It's
is
growth.
growing. I
That's
appreciate
right.
He
that,
done hired
brother.
somebody. That's not Shell.
It took a while.
That's
It
how
took
you
a
know
while
it's
for
not
my
him.
dad to stop typing in all caps too. So
Good goodness gracious. Why are you yelling at me all the time?
I know that's amazing because the way you type does it can be loud. Like the capital letters, like I imagine the voice being loud coming from the person when they put in the all caps.
hmm
I'd say on multiple occasions to Shell, stop yelling at me. And this is through a text. This is through text message. I'm like, why are you yelling at me? Like, yo,
Mhm.
look. So who's that said that did 4 drinks in? Drew, that's what I'm talking
Drew.
about. Drew said they 4 drinks in. Which
Please
reminds me,
enjoy
is it time?
responsibly, y'all. And you don't have to drink alcohol. Drink whatever is your favorite beverage, whether it's coffee, water, tea, green tea shots, you name it.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, even Dion noticed. Sheldon, stop hollering.
I just
All right,
want
we're
to throw
going
I
to end
want to
this
throw a stat
quarter
out
because we
there
only
before you
got
end the quarter.
15
I want to throw a
minutes.
stat out there before you end the quarter.
All right.
So I always watch these shows. Colin, what's his name? Whatever, call her during the week, and he kept talking about how Jalen Hurts is not the passer and not this and not that. But the two games that the Bengals are coming off, it's the same two games that we're coming off, right? We played the Giants and the Browns. So did the Bengals. We played the Giants and the Browns. In those two games, Joe Burrow had a pass rating of 98.7 with 389 yards, 2 touchdowns in 2 games, right? The same 2 games, Jalen Hurts had a pass rate of 123.7 with 378 total yards and 3 touchdowns. So it's apples for oranges, and it is depending on what the media wants to put out there, right? The media put out that Jalen Hurts is not being a successful quarterback when he's leading this team to a victory. You don't have to throw for 300 yards every single game if you're able to matriculate the ball downfield, either through the run, short passing, or whatever you're doing and win the game. If you're a winner of football, that's what we need. A winner of football. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I don't even want. All right, I ain't gonna use that
Yeah, I
analogy.
know. I know.
I was
I
about
know
to
you
use
want to
an
go.
analogy that I don't even want to use, but anyway, I don't even want to talk about this team. All right, we're gonna end this quarter. Though.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, so you are watching, listening to Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook. That's by Eagles fans. for Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, that is the Philadelphia Eagles. We do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. So, as Nichelle said, it doesn't have to be an alcoholic beverage. Just if you're an adult, you're drinking a beverage. That's an adult beverage. So, come on, join us. I am now switched over from the coffee to the apple juice. So I'm
Just keep going.
doing that now. So Pat is doing tea,
Iced tea.
iced tea. Michelle is doing the whiskey sour in the can. And you guys let me know what you're doing out there. Come on, down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook. That is by Eagles fans for Eagles fans.
Let's go. The virtual tailgate
Throw those
Eagles
birds
talk.
up.
Time to put the birds up. Throw the birds up. Throw the birds up. Get me in the house. Let's see you.
You're now listening to the third quarter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter the stats. I mean, when you have, I think that our run game is probably more, it's probably stronger than our passing game.
hmm
I don't know. You guys correct me if you're wrong, but if
I
I'm
think it
wrong,
depends.
I
It
think
really
that
depends on who we're playing and the defense that they're giving us. To be honest with you, because there was, you know, a couple of our earlier games where they were plugging up Saquon in some scenarios. So I think again that's kind of week by week. What do you need to do to win the game? Real talk. Do you
yeah,
need
it is. But
to
the point I'm
but I think
making
they're
is,
equally as strong. We haven't even seen what the running game can do full fledged. We haven't seen a Saquon, Shipley, Kenny
Gainwell.
Gainwell game. We haven't seen
we
that like
haven't.
we used to with our when we had running back by committee before. You
hmm
you feel me? We know we can high fly with uh AJ, Devontae, and Dallas. We know that. We know we can do that. But we haven't seen our first game to see even two running backs produce was the last game. But we haven't seen the running back by committee game where we letting Shipley, Gainwell, and Saquon just rule the roost.
Well, unfortunately, even though I would love to see that, I would love to see all three running backs in rotation during the thing. When you have a beast in the backfield like
Yeah, I'm
Saquon,
about to say I don't need
when
to
you
see
have a beast in the backfield,
like I
just
don't
put a fullback in front like you did last week with Ben Simmering and have them just lead. Like, listen, Nichelle, I would love for that to be the rotation, right? Um, what Saquon get 20 touches, Gainwell gets 10 touches, and
Shipley
Shipley
get
gets
5.
5 touches, and that's what that's 20.
That's
That's 30
35
rushes,
runs.
right? That's 30
35.
something rushes, depending
Yep.
on what what Jalen's going to do, right?
hmm
In a perfect world, that be the scenario that we have doing. But when Saquon's on, you gotta feed him.
You feed the beast.
Yeah,
That's exactly it. Whether it's pass or run, you feed the beast that's working for you.
hmm
and
Sometimes AJ's on. Sometimes Devontae is on. We keep forgetting about that when he's
Well,
catching them
he got to
crazy
get his.
passes.
Yes, he has to get his because last week was -2 yards for one catch.
Right. No.
This week he needs to get
He needs
his.
to eat. He
He
needs
needs
to
I
to
don't
eat.
eat too.
I don't care. I don't need nobody to eat. I need a W. I don't care who eat.
Right,
That's all I
Dante.
need, a W. I don't care who eat. I really do not. But I really do appreciate and can appreciate the what Saquon brings. Not only is he a dynamic player, top one of the top running backs. I would dare to say the top running back, right? But what he brings, not only his ability to run, but the attention that he brings to the offense. I mean, to himself, is opens up what we have already strong passing game. We have two of the top receivers in the league, and when you have a defense that has to worry about someone like Saquon, does it not make his job easier? Pat just pointed it out. The one-on-one stats for AJ Brown is astounding. Why do you think he gets that one-on-one? Because of Saquon in the backfield. Because they have got to worry about Saquon.
That's
That adds
right.
a whole nother dimension to this passing
That's
game.
right.
When the defense has to have to worry about our running back, and we haven't had that in a long time. We haven't. So we're equally balanced. We have an awesome pass game and an awesome running game, and they help each other out. So I'm just want to see that W. Don't get me wrong, for personal reasons or because I like the guy, I like to see him get his stats. But bottom line, if it's about Devontae getting his stats or us getting the W, I got to go with the W. I just got
Yeah,
to go with the W.
Yeah.
All
I,
right,
I
let me
agree
see
with
what
that.
you
It's
say.
all about the
I'm
W
still
at the end of the
waiting
day.
for
We
that
lost
defense.
Shell. We lost Shell. Sheldon reverted back to his old ways.
Okay, see, you couldn't see. I told you that was somebody else typing
I
for him.
told you
The
that was.
reason why he types like that, I know. See, you guys don't know. He
It's because
can't
you
see
can't
very
see.
well.
You can't see. You
Yeah,
can't see the
he can't
letters.
see.
It's
I,
Right.
much easier to see it in all caps instead of zoom. A lot of
Right.
people don't realize that they could zoom. And like my mom has hers zoomed out, so hers looks like a tablet on her phone. It's so
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
you can't get
Yeah.
the text, but
That's what. See, Pachel don't want to embrace that old type of thinking that he's old. But that's what you need to do, Shell. You need to
this
just
deserves all
increase your
caps.
type.
This
There you go.
deserves all caps right here.
We're
heard
going
You are
to
they,
going to
kick in
kick
the
in the
door,
door,
turn over the bar. We
waving the
start
full
handing up
full.
potato salad and pee in the lemonade.
All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more.
yeah, Jeremiah said, "There goes show yelling again."
Yelling again. All right, that's funny. I need to see the other comment that you had up right before that. What was that? I didn't read all that. That was okay. James Wall said, I'm still waiting for that defense to get nasty. Jay Carter started to show a little, and they told him to calm his ass down. Defense has to play today. Jay Burrow and company is no joke, but they are having some issues. I'm with you on that one, James. I definitely need to see the defense get nastier. They've been they've been putting the heat on the quarterback. Um, but I do need to see that nastiness. I'm not complaining because we're having success. But if I had my choice, I would like to see a little more nasty. Yeah, I
That's
like this. I
Mhm.
like when Jalen Carter was giving it to them. That's the kind of emotion we need out of him.
That's
I
right.
don't think you tell somebody like that to calm down. You know what I
nah,
mean? I think
nah.
that you allow him to play with that emotion. We want to see that energy. We want to see that violent temper from our defensive players. We used to have that once at a time. We used to have violent people on the defense. One
Be
of them
violent.
being Brian Dawkins.
Mhm.
As
And
spiritual as
he's the
he is,
most
he was a
calmest
violent
person.
dude.
As soon as he step off that field, he's the most calm, cool, and collective. But you know what? When Jalen and Nick was telling him to calm down, I bet he said on. You know how your child or somebody
Mhm.
might get in a fight and they don't. You get the call. It's like, well, he beat this boy up. Well, what the boy do to him?
Yeah,
You
yep,
know,
that's
and you
it.
know. But when you get in the car, you're like, did you kick his behind?
Yep.
You know that's what Nick said in the locker room later. Like, listen, I am
Yeah.
so glad you let that MF know.
You know the crazy thing? Is that an Eagles Talk logo right there?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that's what's up.
Yes.
Yes, we
Go
appreciate
That's
that.
bird.
what's up.
Yes, we
Go Eagles
appreciate that
talk.
one.
Yes.
You
All
That's
know,
what's
right.
up.
the crazy thing about it when you look at the overall overhaul of this defense, they have the ability to be nasty. And the Kobe Dean is starting to come into his own. He's a very efficient
Oh,
blitzer. Oh
oh.
man. Uh-oh, what happened, Dark
No,
Knight?
no, no. I'm going off of what you're saying. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
Yes.
Yeah, and the Kobe Dean has become a very efficient blitzer. Um, Zach Bond is one of the leading tacklers in the NFL, and he makes these plays. He's physical at the point of attack. Our defensive line did come alive last week. I mean, albeit it was against a terrible offensive line. But I need that to carry over today. I need them to be nasty. I need them to be like when Taquito Spice had to talk to Brian Dawkins. And Brian Dawkins said, "Man, TKO, I'm gonna go here and take his soul."
Yeah,
Like,
he said,
listen, I
"I'm gonna
need these
take his
guys to be
soul."
mean. I need these guys to be play with a chip on your shoulder, like like somebody kicked in your door. Put the food in your potato salad, either your lemonade. Like you
I'm
gotta be
loving
that
the
pissed.
energy. I'm loving that. I'm loving that. Give him the big piece of chicken.
Give
That's right,
Smitty
Miss
the big piece
Rachel.
of chicken this week.
Give him
All
the
right.
big piece of chicken. And look, I'm gonna put this comment up. Shout out to Mario
Good
and
morning.
Tony. I love our Aussie brothers and sisters that hang out and watch with us. So
Ooh, 4 a.m.
Yes, I
We
do. I
appreciate
love
that.
y'all
that.
are
You know.
troopers.
Oh,
I would be up
I
too.
can't
Yeah,
do
why
that.
I can't do that? Nichelle,
Because
only
do you
Nichelle.
have a Mac?
Yes.
Pat does.
All right, I'll then when we get off, I'll
What
show
you
you
mean?
how to do it
I'm
on
like,
the
Pat
Mac.
does. I just step in
Yeah,
the
I'll
background
show
and
you
do
how
it.
to do it on the Mac. Because you could do everything. There's other, there's other reactions. I could do the fireworks and whatnot and this kind of stuff and.
Yeah, that's I
Yeah,
was about to bring
that's
this up too. DX Factor says Zach not on the injury list today because I heard that
he must have showed up.
Trotter Jr. was starting. So is Zach on the he's not on
He
the injury?
He
practiced though.
he
He
practiced.
practiced
Right.
He
this
is
week.
active. He is
He's
active.
active.
Okay.
He may
All right.
not play a lot, but he's
Yeah.
active.
So they
All
don't
right.
keep him
Yeah, I like.
monitoring on because you need Zach's been playing balling his behind out this year.
Yeah.
Has he?
Yeah.
Just like you remember the year we got TJ Edwards and we didn't know what we had in this undrafted
Right.
guy. Like he actually played like his hair was on fire. It's the same thing we're getting from Zach Bond. Zach Bond was an outside, a rush type linebacker with the Saints, and he's actually, he's been one of the top tier linebackers in football, period.
Yes, he has, man, and that's a diamond in the rough right there. And if you recall, the 2 years that we have gone to the Super Bowl in the past 8 years
Mhm.
are those years that we've had outstanding linebacker play.
Yeah.
And we're starting to see that. We're seeing that this year. This is a trend that we have. When we get outstanding linebacker play, we usually go far. So Zach Bond is doing his thing. Kobe Dean is doing his thing. Trotter is going to get some snaps today. So we'll see if he can turn it up and keep the intensity or the high level of performance that we've been seeing from the linebackers. We need to continue to see that today. Meanwhile, it's a minute away. Let's get a quick predictions so everybody can go enjoy the game.
Eagles with a little bit more points than the Bengals.
All right, Nichelle.
31-27 Eagles.
All right, you guys out there, come on, give me a prediction right quick. We can ready to get out of here. I think that our offense is just going to be too much for their defense, and I
I
think
do
that
so.
while they're shorthanded by one of their top receivers, that is going to make a big difference. Our defense is going to have the edge, I think. So today, I think the Eagles go in on the road. We're a good road team. They're not a good home team this year, and I think we go in and eke out a win. So, as always, I think it's going to be Eagles, us, with more points than them. You guys go enjoy the game and then come back afterwards and we'll talk about it together. We can celebrate together after the game. And Tony puts up if us Aussies can set the alarm and be awake for the first quarter, here's hoping our birds can do the same.
I know that's right. I know
You know what?
that's
I
right.
must have a prediction. We're going to score in the first quarter. We're going to score in the first quarter. It might be a field goal, but we're going to score in the first quarter.
All right, here we go. Go enjoy the game. The chat will be going on during the game. So if you go to our Facebook page, you can join the chat and we can talk while the game is going on. See you guys after the game. I'm out. Peace.